U.S. CPI rose 0.2% in July, matching expectations. Bitcoin continued with modest daily gains at $61,300 following the report. Inflation in July for the U.S. came in mostly as forecast as the stage continues to be set for the Federal Reserve to begin cutting rates at its upcoming mid-September meeting. The Consumer Price Index rose 0.2% in July, according to a U.S. government report Wednesday morning. That's up from a decline of 0.1% in June and against expectations for 0.2%. On a year-over-year basis, the CPI was higher by 2.9% versus 3% expected and 3% in June. The core CPI, which strips out food and energy costs, was higher by 0.2% in July versus 0.2% expected and 0.1% in June. Year-over-year core CPI was, against forecasts for, and June's the price of Bitcoin BTC continued modestly higher for the day at $61,200 following the mostly in-line report. Prior to this morning's data, the subject of whether the U.S. Federal Reserve would cut its benchmark Fed funds rate range at the bank's next meeting was closed. There was 0% chance that the range will remain at its current 5.25% minus 5.50, according to CME FedWatch, which figures odds based on positions taken in short-term interest rate markets. In fact, the gauge showed a 52.5% chance of a 50 basis point rate cut versus 47.5% for a 25 basis point move. The report seems unlikely to change those calculations in any major way. Next up in U.S. macro will be tomorrow's initial jobless claims and retail sales reports. Prior to August's end, we'll also see the Fed's Jackson Hole gathering and previous. Fed chairs have on occasion used the conference to announce or float important policy changes.